morning or a fine day Saturday for ANZAC Day there, Craig. Over.
Yeah, QSL, and I personally believe that this day is more important than Australia Day, quite frankly. This should be more of our national day. I think it means a lot more to us than any other public holiday, to tell you the truth. That other people have put their lives on the line and made the ultimate sacrifice, and and every other person that's actually enlisted in our military forces today. It's a big commitment, and there should be more people doing it, because without them we're pretty much nothing. So yeah, it's a good day. It's a bit of a shame. I know some people say that it shouldn't be about a public holiday, but I think if the country needs to get together. If you're going to have a public holiday in one state, it should just be national. And I don't know why this country can't get together and do everything like national. You make a law, it's through the whole country, and there's a bit of a divide there between politicians and real world reality on many things, why things aren't done nationally. But anyway, we're stuck with what we got.
Yeah, Roger there, Craig. VK4AHC, VK4NUT returning. No worries there, Craig. Totally understand. Yeah, but I suppose each state wants to be an individual. But yeah, certain things are allowed in certain states and not allowed in others. It's ridiculous. But anyway, but yeah, no worries. Thanks for that there, Craig. Yeah, by the way, everyone, you can do an early check-in, yell out with your call sign, or you can come up and have a say for the Aussie Car Park Net before we kick off the Ozzy Pub Net at 7 o'clock. And yeah, come on up. This is Scott, VK4NUT, and round one topic tonight is how are you spending ANZAC Day? VK4NUT listening for early check-ins or kicking or running the car park net. VK4NUT, go ahead.
Kilo Mike 7, Bravo Oscar Papa. Kilo Mike 7, Bravo Oscar Papa, Las Vegas. I'll check in, and that's about it.
Kilo Mike 7, Bravo Oscar Papa. G'day, Mark. Good to hear you here this evening and early your morning. Thanks for joining us. Look forward to catching up with you tonight on the PubNet, which will kick off in about 16 minutes. But we've got the car park net running if you wish to come up and have a say. So thanks for logging in there, Mark. Kilo Mike 7, BAP. VK4NUT, Scott, taking early check-ins for the Ozzy Pub Net, and if you want to come up and have a say, put your call sign out there, and we'll call it the car park net. VK4NUT listening. VK4NGA, I know you're listening there, Glenn. Another oops moment. Woke up. I had an afternoon nap and I just woke up. And I decided to I put the tea bag in the coffee, in the cup, made a cup of tea, and I'm sitting there thinking, a cup of coffee will go down well, and even though I made a cup of tea, here's me taste buds thinking it's going to be coffee. That definitely sparked me up. An oops moment for tonight. VK4 and UT taking early check-ins for the Ozzy Pub Net this evening. Please go ahead with your call sign.
VK4NUT, KFMBOP, what's tonight's subject?
KM7BAP, Scott VK4NUT returning. Yeah, Mark, tonight's topic for round one is how are you spending ANZAC Day? ANZAC Day is celebrated remembering the fallen soldiers of all the Australian and New Zealand military that went to war. ANZAC is the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, is what ANZAC stands for. So ANZAC Day is 25th of April every year. It's a remembrance day for, and a day we put on parades and marches, and we have all sorts of groups marching down the main street. A lot of military getting out there from World War. Well, I don't think there's any World War One veterans left, but I think there may be a couple of World War Two veterans, and the Afghan War, the Vietnam War. They all get out and march proudly down the main street in uniform, and we remember the ones that have fallen there, Mark. KM7BAP, VK4NUT, and the Ozzy Car Park Net.
Yeah, okay, it sounds kind of like Veterans Day in Las Vegas, not Las Vegas, in USA. Veterans Day, which I think is November 11th every year. We do the same thing, just different name.
Yeah, roger there, Mark. Yeah, we also do have Remembrance Day, and that's on the 11th, at 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. our time. We hold a minute's silence. Everything goes quiet. No broadcasting radios. No commercial radio. Even the TV. They go quiet for a minute. And yeah, in remembering some of the fallen soldiers there, Mark. KM7BAP, VK4NUT.
Well, I'm sure you'll have a nice net tonight. I'll be standing by for you to call my number, so I'll just kind of hang out until you're just going to start in a couple minutes here. So in the meantime, enjoy, and maybe there's some more people who want to check in. KM7BOP Las Vegas. Over to you, Scott.
Yeah, no worries there, Mark. No worries at all, mate. We'll catch up with you on the net, KM7BAP. Okay, this is Scott VK4NUT, putting a call out for the Ozzy Pub Net for early check-ins, please go ahead with your call sign. Scott, VK4NUT listening.
So, Scott, next time you go to the coffee shop, you can order a tea and coffee combo. What do you reckon?
Yeah, mate, I was really looking for... The taste buds were craving a cup of coffee, but I said to stuff it, I'll make a cup of tea. And I made the cup of tea just subconsciously, and yeah, when I've gone to take the first mouthful, yeah, that's definitely tea, that's not coffee. So, yeah, well, that's what happens when you have a 4-hour afternoon snap, 4-hour afternoon nap, maybe 5 hours, but anyway. So it should be good for the night there, Glenn. VK4NGA, VK4NUT.
Yeah, that's a ripper. I don't know how many times I've been trying to make a cup of coffee and I've made something completely alternative, so I can definitely align myself with that. Oh, well, you should be operating on all 8 cylinders in about half hour or so, I reckon. Oh, dear, yeah. The girl at the counter will say, "Hello, sir, what would you like?" "Oh, I'll have a flat white with the tea bag on the side, thanks." Yep. See what sort of look she gets. All right, we've got 8 minutes to go. Got a few people on the list. Sounding good.
VK4NGA, VK4AVN returning. If you walked up to the bar, mate, they'd say, "Security, VK4NGA, VK4AVN.
Alan, no, I'd just take you with me with your special shirt on that says security, and we'll be sweet. We'll be sweet as, because, you know, you look like the local bouncer. That's what I reckon, mate. Over.
Yeah, roger that, Glenn. Yeah, maybe. Well, the only reason I got that shirt was because I'd go out and I thought that was my name. I'd walk into shops and people would yell out, "Security!" So I thought that was my name. So I thought I'd get a shirt with my name on it. Hi.
VK4AHC, I'm going to have to disconnect for a while. We're getting a bit of lightning come through at the moment, which is a bit unusual. So I'll try and get back on later once it passes through.
No worries, Craig. It was up here at Mooloolaba before, so it looks like it's come down to you. I'll catch you later, mate. Thanks for the heads up. Hey, Alan, that's a good story. You should do. We should do a stand-up comedy night one night, and I think you could host it. What do you reckon?
I don't doubt that, but I'll be too busy sitting down.
I was waiting for that. A sit-down comedy club. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, no worries, mate. It would be quite funny. We did have a joke night, though, and probably towards the end of last year it was, we had a dad joke night. So, yeah, that went over quite well. Maybe it's time for another one coming up soon. VK4NGA, VK4AVN.
Yeah, Yeah, I think any clean joke night, whether it's a dad joke or any other joke, yeah, that could go over quite well there, Glenn. VK4AVM to take, VK4NUT listening.
Yeah, VK4NUT and the group VK4AVN returning. Yeah, I reckon it would be a good idea. It's been a while since we've had one. So, yeah, maybe next fortnight. Speaking of the topic, what is it for tonight, mate? VK4NGA and the group VK4AVN.
The topic for tonight is ANZAC Day. How are you going to spend ANZAC Day? So that's the topic for discussion tonight. Considering ANZAC Day is tomorrow, it was decided that would be a good idea, and I think that is a great idea. So, yeah, we're definitely going to do another comedy night. I think the first one we did was called Comedy Club. So that was the Ozzy Pub Net Comedy Club, and then the second one, was the Dad Joke Night. So, yeah, I think we'll have to do a combo, definitely. That was, actually, those two nights were two of the funniest nights we've ever had. So, yeah, in 2 weeks we're looking at doing, so we'll have to hold that thought because we do have a map for the next 3 weeks, I think. We do have the topic for the next 3 weeks, but after that we can do whatever we want, of course. So in 2 weeks' time, I think we've slated that for our buy, swap and sell night. So, anybody listening, if you want to do a live buy, swap and sell, that's what we have in plan. Anyway, let's put it back to Scott because there's only 3 minutes to go, and we'll see if any chickens want to check in.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. VK4NGA, much appreciated. This is Scott, VK4NUT. Last call for early check-ins for the Ozzy Pub Net. Please go ahead with your call sign, and don't forget tomorrow you're allowed to use AX as a prefix. So instead of VK4NUT, I will be AX4NUT for tomorrow only. VK4NUT listening. Okay, this is VK4NUT, handing the microphone over to Glenn VK4NGA to open the Aussie Pub at 7 o'clock in 2 minutes' time. If you want to get your name on the list before the pub opens, early check-ins, please go ahead, VK4NUT listening.
Sorry about that, guys. Just had to go to the bar and get a drink. Getting a bit thirsty here at the Aussie Pub. All right. So whatever you said, Scott, I didn't hear you. Sorry about that. We're at 6:59 p.m. local.
That's all right, Glenn. I was just going through the same old spiel. Early handing the reins over to you. It's you can take the reins at 7 o'clock, and I was just calling for the last early check-ins. VK4NUT listening.
Oh, right. Well, I reckon it's just gone past the top of the hour, according to all the surrounding equipment here, including my node, told me. So I think it's time to start this Friday night's edition of the Ozzy Pub Net. So welcome to the Ozzy Pub Net. We've dragged the squeaky old doors open, and we're ready to do it again. Just seems like a couple of days ago we did it, so the weeks go pretty quickly. Anyway, thank you very much, Scott, for doing early check-ins. Always great to have a person doing other stuff while you're trying to eat dinner. Now it's Scott's turn to have a bit of a time off. So thank you, Scott, for doing that. Clancy is VK4 CGQ and Brent VK4 BNT are both out of the picture tonight. They're doing stuff, so good on you guys. But thanks for all the help for all of the crew that make VK Oz Hub and the Aussie Pub Net possible. Okay, so grab your favourite brew on a comfy chair, and I'll just reset. Because we could be here for a while. You just never know what's going to happen at the pub. Sometimes the net runs pretty quickly, sometimes the net doesn't. So we'll just see what the night brings. Clicking the mouse madly here. So you've got a green VK4 NGA. I'll be tonight's net controller for at least the first half hour, and then we'll just see what happens after that. By the way, we're always looking for ad hoc net controls, or if you want to actually chip in and be a part of the net control team, we're happy to hear from you. But if you just want to do it on the fly on the night, we're also happy to do that. All you need is to commit a half hour and have Pam Live running. Pretty simple. And it's regular on the Aussie Pub Net. You pretty much know how it works. So yeah, big thanks to the admin team, again, who carry out many tasks throughout the week. And we also have a new repeater connected tonight. I'll talk about that in a moment. So the topic for round one tonight is all about ANZAC Day. Are you doing anything on ANZAC Day? If you are, let us know. Pretty important day in the Australian calendar, that's for sure. As Craig VK4 AHC was mentioning before, I fully agree with what Craig's. And yeah, I think it's more pertinent than ever before that we uphold that tradition and we do it well. We're streaming it on YouTube, so the link's in the Facebook groups, or search VK4CGQ. The Aussie Pub Net's run on All-Star Node 61624 every Friday night. Can be accessed in many ways. Check out the official website, vkozhub.com.au, for more info on that. And if you haven't already told all of your mates to join the All-Star Users Australia and the Aussie Pub Net Facebook groups, please tell them. We want more people to know about this hub and the net and everything that's going on in the land of All-Star and other connections. Big thanks to James and the guys at VK44.net. We couldn't have the hub running without that, because those guys host it on their server in the cloud, so look up and you can see it if it's a fine evening. Only kidding. Don't look up. How many of you looked up just then? I did. Anyway, also thanks to Lee at vkdirect.com.au, because he hosts the official website for free. And we don't pay VK44.net either, so thank you, James, because that's just going to be the deal of the century. I'll just reset. Of course, we've got to thank some people, because there's some connections here that are pretty awesome. The ANZAC connection, ANZAC network. We thank John, Robert, and everybody that is, and it's not just in Australia, it's worldwide, man. So we thank you guys for that connection. Also to the team at SVX Link in the UK and Europe. And we also have an Aussie server which is connected to the ANZAC network. How about that? We thank you guys for the connection. We appreciate that. We're trying to promote that as best we can. And to the owners of the connected repeaters, high-powered hotspots, and to all of you that have connected your devices. And tonight, if we look on the dashboard, you can find the dashboard link on the website. But we have, if you're looking on the dashboard, where is it? About halfway down, we have VK4WIP. VK4 WIP. Nothing to do with whips. So that's the Ipswich. Oh, geez, here we go. That's the Ipswich Amateur Radio Club. I think I got that right. That's the UHF repeater at the Nobby down there in the Ipswich Mountains. And that link, for anybody listening on the Nobby UHF repeater, that link, you won't be able to come up on the net, unfortunately, because that's just a receive-only link at the moment. So if you do key up, you'll just be talking on your local repeater. But we're happy to have you along listening, and welcome for it. Very much welcome the Ipswich Radio Club for testing their connection, and hopefully that all works out really well. I'm sure it will. And if you've got a club that has a mostly unused repeater, we'd be pretty keen to help you guys get All-Star enabled. And I'll tell you what, if you want to know about that, we've already got some people here that have got repeaters up and running. So we have the Harvey Bay repeater, VK4RHB. I'll just reset. Which is just plain amazing. You know, I mean, there's others. There's VK4RJW at Norman Gardens. That's up at Rockhampton. What else? Don't want to forget anybody, but yeah, we've also got the N9RES Woodstock hub connected tonight. Welcome to those listening in the Woodstock area and beyond. Lovely to have you guys along. What else have we got on the dashboard here? We also have the VK1IO repeater, or hub. Can't remember which, but anyway, yes. Great to have the VK1 guys along as well. So, yeah, we've got a lot of connections to be thankful for, that's for sure. All right, where did I get to? I'll just reset. We've got on to 2 rounds. Round 1's our topic round, as usual. Round 2, as usual, is our 7-3 round. A big welcome to everybody that's listening. If you can key up, please do. But if you're just listening, please join us on Ham Live, and that way you can get to join in on the chatter and the info sharing on there as well. So that runs parallel with the net every Friday night. So if you're not on Ham Live, then the question is, why not? Why not just give it a go? It's pretty easy to join up. Of course, you wouldn't be at the Aussie Pub unless you were having a drink tonight. Tonight I'm just on the Mooloolaba tap water, the MT. It's all right. Not as good as the WT or the BT. Oh, the BT is actually my favourite, the beer water tap. It really is. It's my hometown tap water. I've sort of had an opportunity to try out a few of the taps. Sounds pretty weird, hey? It is weird talking about taps, water taps. Faucets, for those in the for the US guys. There you go, Mark. I got it right. See, faucet. Yeah. So the old Mooloolaba tap water is pretty good. Not as good as their king prawns, though. I'll tell you what. If you're ever on the Sunshine Coast, you have to come to Mooloolaba. Go out to the seafood shop right on the spit at Mooloolaba and get yourself some Mooloolaba king prawns. They are pretty good. All right, where did we get to? Yeah, so let us know what you're drinking tonight. Yeah, of course, you're welcome to check in and out just to get yourself in the log and say hello. Or if you can stay for the whole net, that's even better. Or if you can only stay for round 1, then just let us know and we'll make the necessary adjustments in the back of the bar. Please leave breaks of at least 4 seconds between overs. That way it allows the system to reset on every device and on the hub itself. The hub has a timeout timer of 4 minutes, so if you go over 4 minutes, let's just see where I am at the timer. Oh, I'm okay. I'll just reset. Yeah, so just be aware of the timers. Also, you can double with other stations on the hub, just like on your local FM repeater, so just be aware of that. During the net, we always leave pauses along the way for anybody to check in, so you don't have to jam your calls on in between overs, but if you want to do that, that's all right too. We don't have many rules on the Ozzy Pub Net, really. It's pretty rule-free. It's just pretty flexible. Before I offer the bump up, we do that at least once during the net, if not each net control change. We offer the bump up. That's just for anybody that wants to be bumped to the top of the list to have their over sooner rather than later. So I'll offer that in a moment. Please hold on if you... I'm just reading the live chat. That's all right. Yes, so yeah, if you want to accept the bump up, don't call yet. Just stand by. So on the list tonight, we got VK4, we got myself, VK4NGA Glenn, we got VK4AVN, VK2DY, VK4UT, VK3VBI, VK2VRJ, VK5TRM, VK4AHC, Craig, but he had to go because there were some storms around, so hopefully Craig gets through all that okay, and you can come back and join us. VK7WP, KM7BOP. I love that call sign, Mark. That's good. There's probably a story behind that, so we need to hear that. VK4YT, VK4ALJ. G'day, Andrew. Haven't talked to you in ages. That's a joke, guys. VK5AMH checked in and out already is VK3MFB, VK4XC, VK5AR, VK4DAT. I don't think I missed anybody. All right. First of all, we'll see if there's anybody who wants to check in. So the bump stations, stand by. Anybody wanting to check in before we get the net rolling, you got Glenn VK4NGA net control for this half hour. Please call now.
Yeah, VK5 mate, checking in.
G'day Ross, you've checked in on Ham Live, so when you do that, you're automatically on the list. So all good there. That was VK5AMH, Scott. Did I get that right? Is that you, Ross?
Yeah, no, you got that right. I thought you said I was in and out. I'm thinking, oh yeah, good idea. But no, I'm still here. All good.
No, you're not in and out. You're in. You're on the list. All right. Any other stations wishing to check in, and then we'll see if there's anybody who wants to bump up the list. So last minute check-ins, please call now. Well, that's a strange sound from VK4AVN, so I don't know what happened then. Maybe someone grabbed the microphone. All right, any stations wanting to be bumped up the list, now'd be the time to tell us, because that way we can pop you at the top of the list. Any stations wishing to be bumped up the list, if you haven't already checked in, please do that. If you have checked in already and you want to be bumped up the list, please let us know now. Sorry about that. Just to go and turn the fan on. Getting a bit warm in the room. This heavy-duty digital voice equipment running, heating the room up. All right, no one accepted the bump, so that's all right. We'll do that again later on. So if you want to accelerate your over later on, you'll get a chance, or even during the net if you want to be bumped up the list. Just let us know. All right. Well, first on the list is Alan VK4AVN down there in beautiful downtown Redcliffe in the state of Queensland in the country of Australia. Don't know why I said all that. Alan, anything going on ANZAC Day? That's what the topic is tonight. What are you doing on ANZAC Day? Anything going on in your QDH? Over to you there, Alan, VK4AVN and the Ozzy Pub Net, VK4NGA.
VK4NGA, this is VK4AVN returning in the Ozzy Pub Net. Not a lot going on here tomorrow night. I'll probably have a bit of a look at the march on TV. I'll watch the ABC and see what's going on there. But just as a point of interest, I live on ANZAC Avenue. So there we go. So maybe a march will go past my place. I don't know, mate. We'll have to wait and see. But I reckon tomorrow's march will be quite a big one in the Brisbane CBD, mate. I'll just be watching it on the TV and won't be going anywhere at this stage anyway. I doubt very much I will. I haven't got anything planned anyway. So, thanks for calling me in there, Glenn, and I'll pass it back to you, mate. VK4NGA in the Aussie Pub Net is VK4AVN.
Thanks, Alan. That's I forgot about ANZAC Avenue. How about that? Yeah, that's a pretty long avenue as well. So there you go. There'd be stuff going on ANZAC Avenue. You'd have to think that would be a given. So I didn't look up what's going on in your neck of the woods, but I'm still in Mooloolaba. I'll be heading home probably across the weekend. I was supposed to be going home today, but plans got changed, so I'm still here. Anyway, thanks for joining in, Alan, and good to see you're on Ham Live. Maybe it's just reading here. Since I read out the check-ins too, we've had Ian VK2HAO join us, and Glenn VK4FSC, and Graham VK1IO. Thank you guys for joining us. All right, we will move down the list to Robert VK2DY. Over to you there, Robert. What's going on in Western Sydney for ANZAC Day? VK2DY and the Aussie Pub Net, VK4NGA. Go ahead.
VK4NGA, VK2DY, Robert in Western Sydney. Well, I was sitting here earlier today and thinking there's been a few years since I've lived on service. I looked and there's one up in Riverston, which is maybe 15 minutes from me. I said, I'm going to get up tomorrow and go and attend the observance. So I plan to head up to Riverston before dawn and be an observer. I never served in any military, but I want to pay my respects. Beyond that, I really don't have any plans. I want to exercise my AX2 call sign, so I will be trying very hard to make contact with AX2DY most of the day. And that's about it. I really don't have any other plans beyond the morning. VK2DY. Back to you.
VK2DY and Ozzy Pub Net, VK4NGA returning. Thanks, Robert. Okay, on the AX, I forgot about that. Great reminder there. Hey, Robert, you know what I've gone and done this week? And completely on your recommendation, no, only kidding. I've got an M1KE on the way. I couldn't help it. I just had to do it. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes. Will it be for sale in 2 months? Probably. Now, I am a collector of the Shark RF products, for those people that are wondering what that is. It's a Shark, they call them mic, but its term is M1KE. It's a network transceiver built into a microphone, handheld microphone. Pretty cool gadget, and I like my gadgets. There's a few of us on here that like our gadgets. Robert's definitely a gadget man too. Gotta love those gadgets. So yes, I did that through the week, and just can't wait for it to arrive. It's supposed to arrive Monday, according to Australia Post. So yes, anyway, thought I'd throw that in. A bit of trivial information from the VK4NGA shack. All right, moving down the list. Before I call in, I'm just reading Hamlog. I didn't hear any other VK5s except Ross, VK5 AMH. We already have, let me have a look. VK5AR checked in. Oh no, Alan's been checked out. VK5AR was the other VK5, so if there's, anyway, I'm just going to call for, before I call Scott in, VK4NUT for his over, I'm just going to call for any other check-ins. So you've got Glenn, VK4NGA on the microphone. Please go with your call sign now. Nothing heard. I'm just reading Ross, 5AMH put in a message, VK5RH Roy at Manham. So g'day Roy, if you're listening there. So we'll add you to the list. All right. Let's go to the man that ran early check-ins and the car park net. Thank you, Scott. Well done on that. VK4NUT, over to you. VK4NGA for the Ozzy Pub Net.
Yeah, VK4, VK4NGA, VK4NUT, and the Aussie Pub Net. Yeah, g'day Glenn, thanks for running the net for the first half hour. Yeah, my pollution check-ins when I'm available. I'm in a place called Guwarra, G-O-O-W-A-R-R-A. It's in between Dingo, the Bluff or Dingo and Blackwater. Actually, no, Blackwater and Doringa. Sorry, Doringa and between Doringa and Blackwater. Anyway, it's on the Capricorn Highway. Anyway, didn't get much sleep last night. Had about 12 trucks parked around me. Some refrigerators because the Leichhardt Highway was closed. Had a B-double go over. It was full of nitropill. And if anyone knows their chemistry, nitropill, it's a fertiliser, but if it's mixed with diesel, it turns into an explosive. And that's what the mining companies use. And it was a mining truck that went over. So it went over about 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and didn't open up the road until 1 o'clock this morning, so I got woken up. Anyway, round one topic, what am I going to do on ANZAC Day? Well, I'm in the middle of mid-stick nowhere. There's not even a cafe, not a servo, not a post office, not a pub. Just a dirty old gravel pit. rest area. So, yeah, unfortunately I won't be attending the march, but I might watch it on TV. And, yeah, I'll try and get up and see the sunrise. We'll see how we go. But that's about it there, Glenn. And as for Redcliffe, the ANZAC parade will be held on, well, it usually is held on Redcliffe Parade and walks down past the jetty towards the RSL from ANZAC Avenue. So, yeah, Alan might see people lining up in the early stages of the morning. But, yeah, the main march is from ANZAC Avenue down to the RSL there at Redcliffe. Anyway, yeah, back to you there, Glenn. That's what I'm doing. VK4NGA and from VK4NUT in a gravel pit in Guwarra. Back to you, Glenn.
VK4NUT, the Ozzy Pub Net. VK4NGA returning. Okay, Scott is in the grub pit. Yeah, that truck rollover. Wow, the B double, full of that stuff. The 3 kilometre exclusion zone, or whatever they call it, public safety something. Yes, and yeah, okay, on not much sleep with the surrounding traffic and trucks and all that sort of stuff, so I can thoroughly get that. You're really in the back blocks, mate. You're out in the middle of nowhere.